Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. We played a little phone tag yesterday.
You're interested in a property that I have listed.
I am. Give me 1 second to pull it up here. It is.
How can I help you?
Well, I was looking at the pictures. It looks really cool. Love the hardwood on the inside, some of the older architecture. It looks like a nice house, but I see it's been listed for a little while, and I'm just trying to figure out what I'm missing or if there's some feedback that you've had from showings or, whatever the case may be, because it looks nice.
Well, it's two properties on one, so the insurance is quite high.
Okay.
It's 3 floors for the main house, and the house needs to be updated. It's quite close to Kings Highway, so that's been a working issue. And I think just the parking.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you
currently live here in town?
No.
Are you trying to buy this like for an investment property?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm an investor. Okay. I live in Kentucky, and we're buying properties down in that area. And I do have boots on the ground in Shreveport that can come actually take a look at the property as well. We have to buy 2 properties by the end of the month, and we were just kind of browsing over what fits our buy box. We came across this one, and I was like, well, I'll just reach out, even though it'd been on the market for a little bit. I'm like, what am I missing? But you kind of answered those questions for me. Have you been getting any offers on it or anything, or just not much luck?
I have. I've had 4 offers. The sellers are looking for something specific. The buyers are looking for something specific, and it just has not ended up at the closing table. So while I had it listed, I've had 4 offers.
Gotcha. Okay. Are they just mostly investors with cash offers, or have you had anything creative?
Well, they're definitely not going to do something where they float the note. They're just trying to sell it. The last few have been lowball offers. It's a 1-family home. The lady that I'm selling it from, her family built it.
Oh, wow.
And it's just been in the family since it's been built.
Sure.
So, I think it's just, it's an emotional thing.
I get it. Like if they're not going to get their price, they don't want to get rid of it.
That's right.
They'll
just give it to grandkids.
Sure. Just keep passing it down. Is it currently vacant, or do they live there?
No, it's vacant.
Vacant. Okay. So I'm assuming if they've had it that long, I know you said they're not interested in anything creative. What about or had you been given creative offers, or you just think that they're not? What is it about the creative offers? I don't know what those look like, but what was it that didn't work for your sellers?
I think just a lot of things. When you say creative, most people want to call me and they'll say, I'll give you $15,000 or $50,000, and then you can float the note, and I want to be on the deed. And I think just all the moving parts, my guys just want to sell it. They don't want any part of the creative side. They'll just keep it until it sells or give it to grandkids.
Sure. No, we do. We buy lots of different ways. We buy cash. We buy creative. We do structure deals that way sometimes as well. I'm assuming since they've had it that long, there's probably not any money owed on the property if it's just been handed down and stuff. Is that right?
Probably.
Okay. Well, so the only good thing about creative in that sense is that if I go get a loan at a bank, and then normally some people have a mortgage, and if we go pay off their loan at a bank, the only 2 people ever making money in those transactions are the banks. Essentially the good news with if it is paid off, they become the bank, and then they get to decide the terms. So if they want a specific number, cool, we'll give them the specific number. If they want a certain amount down, cool, we'll give them a certain amount down. The beauty about it is everything's negotiable. If they want an interest rate, cool, give them an interest rate. As long as something cash flows, it doesn't matter what the terms are, as long as it's agreeable on both sides. We always pay closing, and then we pay the agent. Make sure that you get paid as well, because you put time and effort into it. But that's the only reason I was asking. Those cash offers, we can do a cash offer as well. But any investor is going to come in at like 70 cents on the dollar, which is why it's considered a low ball. And they're like, well, that's not going to work for us. And then the other part that you're stuck at is with with the rates the way they are. Most people's mortgage payment on that type of property is going to be a little bit higher as well. And they're like, well, I don't really want to mess with that either, if I've got to put some work into it. So it's kind of like just in a standstill at the market. So what we've noticed in the last few properties that we've been buying is that creative really has benefited, the seller more so because we're able to give them their number. I don't know. What are your thoughts? I mean, I know you said that they're not interested, but is there anything I can do?
Well, you're welcome to send me an offer, mapping out your terms, and I will present it and see how they feel about it. And then I can let you know.
Sure. No, I would love to do that. And I absolutely will. What's got them wanting to sell? What's their reason for selling?
They've already moved on, so they live somewhere else. They don't need the house.
Sure, gotcha. So they're like, hey, let's.
Do you have my email address?
No, I don't think so. Let me look and see if it's on the website.
Let me give it to you real quick.
Okay. Let me grab my notes. Okay.
It's Sabra, S-A-B as in boy, R-A, Collier, C-O-L-L-I-E-R @gmail.com.
Perfect. I'd love to work something out with you. If it doesn't work out on this deal, that's okay. Like I said, we've got about 2 more deals down in that area before the month's end. So do you have any other listings as well that you think something like that might work with?
I don't. Not my clients personally.
Sure.
But I'm sure there are people in town who do need that kind of help.
Sure. Well, if you happen to come across any of those as well, definitely reach out to me. We can close extremely fast on those types of transactions, 7 to 10 days. When we don't have to go borrow money from a bank, it's fast. Literally, we just pay our transaction coordinator that we have to draw up all the paperwork. We do it through your local title and escrow company, and everything's done. So it's pretty quick. So if I can help you out or help your sellers out, then let me know, and I'll put some kind of creative offer together and just see what they say. And if, everything's negotiable. So if we can work out something to where they can get this off the market and put some money in their pocket and you can get paid, I'd love to get it off your plate so you can start focusing on the other properties.
Yeah, absolutely. Just send it over.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time and calling me back.
All right. Thanks. Have a great day.
All right. You too. Bye-bye.